Hi, friends. Michael Supreme here, coming at you guys with another reading. Before I get into the reading, I have to say that this isn't the first time I filmed this video. Uh, I was already getting started with the message and things of that nature, but then I received a call from a very weird number, and it kind of just like blocked my entire video, so I had to start over. So, before I start this video, I do want to give a big thank you to everyone who was supporting me through my eviction process. Um, really, thank you. So many people donated and offered support and love, and it really surprised the hell out of me. Like, I was just like kind of just sharing what something that I was going through, just trying to give a little bit of an update for the channel. And I really didn't expect to receive such an outpour of love and support. Like, it honestly, truly shocked the hell out of me. It was such a surprise. I didn't know that I had so many people on my channel who really support my vision, who believes in me. And it if I was a crying kind of person, I definitely would have been moved to tears, because that was incredible. I've never in my life experienced such support from anyone, honestly. Never really had that kind of support in my life. And it was a very beautiful, eye-opening, and humbling, but also emboldening experience to see that. And I'm gonna go more into detail on that experience during my Sacred Sunday reading. But this reading is something completely different. But I just wanted to start off by giving a thank you to everyone who supported. Oh, and a big thank you to Jessica, who gave me the money that I needed to cover the rent that I owed so that I cannot be evicted. So thank you, Jessica. Like, honestly, truly, you are my angel in the situation. I gotta give it up. Like, Father used you, and I'm glad that you were a strong enough and kind enough woman to move when he prompted you to, when you felt guided to do so. I thank you for your generosity, and I thank everyone for their generosity. Everyone who donated, I thank you for your generosity. Like, I wasn't expecting that, and like, really, thank you, seriously. So now that I'm done being sappy, let's get into this reading. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you kind of already know what I'm about to get into. Like, this is this energy of love. Like, I can't escape it. It's still here. Love is in the air, you guys. Since this spring season started, and since a lot of us is like really transitioned into a brand new chapter in our life, love is really about to be the first thing on this agenda. And now for some of us, it's meeting a soulmate, it's meeting a twin flame. But for a lot of us, it might just be romance. It might just be romance. Just meeting someone that that you're attracted to, and having a little bit of like love in your life just for this period of cycle. For some of us, it's deeper than that, but for a lot of us, it's just going to be a little bit of romance. After the tough cycle, we can all use a little TLC, a little bit of TLC, tender love and care. So yeah, that's what I'm really feeling here. But I'm going to get into the cards to get like a little bit more of a detailed about this energy, like really see what's happening, what's really brewing under the surface. So let's see. Remember that if you're not really looking for love, then love won't find you. Like, if you're not really looking for it, you're not open to it, even if it comes knocking at your door, you can very easily turn it away. Love is one of those things that human beings can very easily fuck up. One of those things that we can very easily miss out on our life, which is why, some people end up alone, because they can't break out of their shell enough to go out there and date. They let a few bad experiences kind of break them, or they just can't negotiate ridiculous standards that might not really be what is needed for their life. And they end up missing out on people who could very well potentially be good for them by being inflexible and holding so rigidly and so strong to some standard, some moral, some value that is probably just inconsequential in the end. But we're going to get into the energy of this reading. So let's see. Who is Phaniel? Phanuel. Oh, okay. I know what that is. That's the angel name that I'm hearing. I'm hearing Phaniel, and that's it. Phaniel. Phanuel. I'll look that up after this. I'll probably leave what that is in the comment because I have no idea. Like, it's just like in my heart to say that. But the first card that we pulled is Sweet Surrender. And this is wonderful because Sweet Surrender, this card at least, is all about like actually giving in to the energy of love. That's why it's Sweet Surrender. Not resisting and fighting the energy when it comes your way. If someone is like trying to like really date you or someone's pursuing you, then you know it's all about just like kind of giving in and like giving it a shot. Since this is like the number 28, let me see. Because it's been a while since I used these cards. I know they're put together by segments. The higher number cards, I think, have a lot to do with, being in love. The cards 21 to 30, indulge in love in full bloom. The full combination of the loving experience. Love is like a fine wine that gets better with time. Allow it to age, become ripe, and grow. The light of love is like the sun, blazing with a fire that supports and nourishes all life and beyond. Feel the sun and embrace the beauty of amour in your psyche. Yes. This is about really surrendering to the energy of love. I thought so. About letting it like actually bloom and blossom in your life. Let's see what the number 28 is about. The sweet surrender. Time and space are things that cannot be. So here's the love story. The lovers had fought the good fight. They had manifested so much love in their lives. They had battled and worked and persevered and persisted. And all of their efforts led up to this instant. Release. They came to terms with it, the bigger picture. Lounging around after a job well done, a life well lived with love, they knew it was time to let go of the illusion. It was time to go beyond space and time. It was time to return to the essence of love. Give yourself a moment of surrender. Lay in a hammock, sit under a tree, recline on a sofa. And in this moment, quiet your mind and intentionally surrender your consciousness, your being, into the greater power of love that is both all around you and within you. Feel its presence. Allow love to consume you. And when you return to the material world, hold that experience in your heart. So this is also about divine love. Okay, I get it. I didn't know these cards were so spiritual as well. So the sweet surrender is just all about just letting go. Like I said, you guys, or maybe I said this in the video that got cut off. Probably said in the video that got cut off. That we just like finished a real tough cycle. It's time to like really leave that where it's at and welcome in this brand new cycle that's coming in. And you can do it by resting, surrendering, and allowing the energy of love to propagate in your life. Like I said, there's so much love in the air. Like, not only is it just like, the divine love, but there's also romantic love as well. Give in to that energy. Don't allow yourself to just continue to fight and resist. Like I said, if you have suitors, allow them to suit you. Like, if they not really like being respectful, then you don't have to tolerate something that you're not. But if they're just doing something like, I just want to take you out on this kind of date, and you're like, no, I don't think so. How about we do something like this? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it because I can't tell you guys how to date. I really can't. I don't feel comfortable because I know how people get when it comes to love from my experience doing love readings. Love readings is actually the one that I dislike the most because people get so defensive and so headstrong about just being stubborn, about fucking nothing in the end. So take this reading how it resonates. You can choose to listen to me or you can choose not to, but I'm always going to advocate for having standards and like making sure that you like have at least like a baseline met, but being more so open to other people to come in and surprise you. You'll never know. It might be the person that just like seems like they can't meet your standards right off bat. When you give them a chance, they actually end up rising to the occasion. That's all I keep hearing. It's just like give them a chance. It's the energy of joy and jubilation as well. This goes back with rest. With this Sweet Surrender card, this is all about really just relaxing and enjoying the time. Like I said, that spring, it's the spring energy. Like, surrender. Have fun. Allow yourself to lighten up. And here we have the game of love right at the bottom. The game of love is all about courtship and dating. It's the number 5 card. And in the earlier numbers, I think maybe it's 1 to 9 or 1 to 10, it's all about the dating game. And the game of love here talks about really just playing the game. A lot of people, when they get older, they get tired of the game of love, but this is how it's always been. Like even back in ancient times, there was still courtship that had to happen. Women who were just like so easily gotten and so easily acquiesced were seen as like kind of low value, but there's also men who valued that in them as well. So it's all about learning what the person is who's trying to come for you and how to play the game with them. There's a little bit of the game of love is a tactician's game. Like those people who are really good at strategic thinking, who are really high-minded, like emotionally, like really high EQ or at least really high empathic abilities, can really play the game of love. But a lot of times, and I know this is true for me, you just don't really want to play the game because it's like, why should I? Like, how about we just be honest and be forthright? But not everyone's like that. So I'm hearing like you might just have to enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Get out there. I'm hearing you spicy cougar. Get out there and just play the game. Like I know you're tired of it. I know you really don't want to do it anymore, but you can do it in a more relaxed way now. Like just go out there, be yourself, have fun, and when suitors come your way, you can give them the eye, flirt a little bit, and really allow this springtime energy to really come through for you. Like I really feel like this is all about like the lightness of dating, the simplicity that can be inherent in dating. I think oftentimes we make it seem like dating is like this complicated thing when really it's not. It's just understanding that, humans are humans and people have certain natures and proclivities that they'll have. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do dumb shit. But it's knowing your tolerance level. And if your tolerance level is like crazy low, maybe increasing it just a little bit. Maybe give human error like this place. And now we have love's embrace. Now what's the next card? And sweet taboo. Yeah. The love's embrace card is about like really being tired. Like I said, some of you guys probably are tired of the game. Love embrace is all about being tired of like the journey and things of that nature and really falling back into love, falling back into the arms of someone who's possibly waiting for you, or maybe just allowing yourself to be like loved on. I'm going to read a little bit about the story behind love's embrace. I think this is the one with the warrior returning home, the person with the hardened heart. He was a warrior who fought long and hard in distant lands, adorned with pelts of exotic conquest. And through it all, he became hardened and saw very little love in his life. There, this is it. That is, until she came pouring forth, lingering like the scent of the sweetest incense, engulfing him and showering him with selfless giving and a warm embrace. They settled down into family life with a sweet dog who loved and worshipped him as the master of the house. No longer alone in his life, love surrounded this young warrior, and he was embraced and endured in this new time of peace. Yes. This is love's embrace. This is about stop fighting. Like I said before with the sweet surrender. Stop fighting love in your life. Or don't fight love in your life. Really just allow yourself to experience dating. Instead of just becoming so embittered by it or just becoming angry that, I'm hearing this whole men is trash type thing. Like, yeah, men kind of suck, but not all of them do. So pick your head up and keep going out there until you find the ones that don't, until you find that one. You don't have to make it a hard thing. You don't have to take it personal. You don't have to really make this harder than what it needs to be. You don't have to be so hardened when it comes to love and relationship and the prospect of it. You can soften up, be a little bit more flirty, flirtatious. Allow yourself to really just to date. The more successful daters are the ones who don't take it too seriously. Who don't really just be like, oh, this is my standard. You gotta take me out, or and if you don't take me out, then you're not respecting me, and yada yada yada. Like, no. Lower your sword, Cena. Lower your sword. Allow love in. Soften up. Be a little bit more relaxed. Like, relax into the energy of love. Because love is not a place for warriors. They say love is a battlefield, but it's a lie. Love is a game of chess. Okay, this is chess, not checkers. This is about making sure that you show the proper emotions at the time. Know what to hold, know what to withhold, know what to show. It's a game of emotional intelligence and being able to read the other player or the other person. It might sound a little deceptive, but this is how dating and courtship works. You got to choose what to give and what not to give, and how you want to present yourself. And slowly show who you are throughout time, when a person can be a little bit more tolerant. But if you just yourself, full force, front and center, then you might be a little too much for people to handle. And a lot of people are proud, like, oh, well, I'm okay for being too much to handle. Well, then I hope you're okay with being single, because that's what you're going to end up. And if that's what you want out of your life, no judgment. Keep it. Everyone is entitled to live their life. But for those of us, and I'm one of them, for those of us who actually want to be married, who actually want to have someone to settle down with, this is the way. Relax, play the game, and do what you got to do. I'm being drawn to tell you guys about the book Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. I actually have it. I think I had it as a text file, but I don't know if I have it. I'll probably just buy it on Apple Books. But the Art of Seduction, when I read it, it didn't really help me with terms of dating, but it did give me some ideas on what successful people who were known for being for women who were known to be very well coveted, for men who was used to just bagging hoes to put it less tactfully. The success and the methods that they employed, it's really astounding to me on a deeper level about the level of emotional maneuvering that you can do in the game of love. But honestly, don't worry too much about that now. This is just me talking. For those of you picking up what I'm putting down, you get it. But if you don't worry about it. The most important thing is just chill out. Okay? Just relax and just be open to dating people who might not be your type, who might not really try to present the way, or at least don't immediately present the way that you would want. Maybe just try to do something like that. That doesn't mean go full force and really invest yourself into them, but just be okay, one date and we'll see how that goes, or 2 dates and we'll see. Impose a 1 or 2 date limit for people. Don't just straight out cut them out without even dating. But you guys going to do what you're going to do. So let's pull some more cards around this energy. I really dislike love readings. I really do. But it's in the air. I felt guided to read today. And this is what it's going to be about. So let's see what else we got. I dislike love readings because the way that the things get channeled to me and the way that I interpret it and bring them out is always pretty bluntly. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship, or addiction. Yeah, this is the energy that we've been really pulling ourselves out of. A lot of us, like I said in the last cycle, it was rough. All right, but we're in a new one now, and it's time for us to like really just start. We've been doing the healing actually, and now it's time to just relax and allow that love in. And part of this healing process is to learn how to relax into the energy of love that's in and around you. The divine love, or the love that's just like ambient in the atmosphere. Like, I don't know how to explain it to people who might not be as sensitive to energy, but it's definitely in the air. It's very ambient. Soak it in. I'm mad that this reading is like it's like teetering between spiritual and mundane. Like but I can walk that line. These cards, man. All right. Let's see what we're going to get. These cards are really hard to shuffle. They really stick. It's probably because I don't use them too often. And here it is, addiction. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block and restraint. The healing heart talks about freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction. Like, what have you guys been going through in terms of love? Like, why is everyone trying to disrupt this reading? What have you guys been going through in terms of love? Like, there's like such heavy energy around just really dark and dank stuff. This sweet surrender is like the really important card for you guys. Like, really learning to just like relax. You fought the hard fight. You've done all the healing. Now it's the time to let love in. Like, seriously. Yeah, here it is. Thank you. Finally, we have Bolt. Receiving what you need, progress, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. Yes. To me, closure isn't real. Like, closure isn't a thing. Like, if you are someone who craves closure, then you might just be a little bit, you gotta learn how to find that closure inside of yourself. The fact that the relationship ended should be closure enough for you. You guys had differences, things didn't work out, but if you're out here trying to cling to why it didn't work, or trying to find answers, what's going on, you might need to address that inside of yourself, because even though it's very common, you're going to end up just like lingering somewhere that you really shouldn't be lingering. Learn to move on. You're going to get what you need. Especially since this is coming out clarifying joy and jubilation. Fun times is coming your way. Exactly. Okay, thank you. Now this reading is starting to make more sense. Past, present, future. And then the bottom deck card. Paradise. This says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. Like I said, really allowing yourself to like take a more lighthearted approach to love and dating is exactly what you need. And I feel like whenever I do love readings, that's what comes up. Take a lighthearted approach. Relax. Give someone a chance. Like, really just date around. That doesn't mean go out and be promiscuous, but it means like, make a little time to be courted, or to court someone, or to court. Like, do it. It's very old-fashioned, and I really feel like our society, our culture is moving away from like dating, or maybe just like the concept of dating is like transforming and changing. Either way, you can choose to roll with the times, or you can just choose to get left behind. Like, the way that people date nowadays is different. If you find someone who still like to go out on dates, then lucky you. But if you find someone whose idea of a date is like just Netflix and chill, and that's not really your thing, then you can tell them like no, but just know that might be like the consistent thing that you're going to run into because of the culture now. It's just how it is. Dating is kind of going out of style. A lot of people don't want to make that financial investment on the first date, and your job is to not take it personally. I used to take that personally, but that's just how people mindset are nowadays. So you go ahead, do the Netflix and chill thing. Say no to them getting the box. Like, no, you're going to have to pay for this. This is paid subscription only. Don't be afraid to reinforce your boundaries and tell them, no, you're not getting anything from a Netflix and chill date. Not like you're gonna like give it up if they actually took you out, but you guys know what I mean. For those of you who are a little bit younger, and I think this is like more for the younger audience, like you know what I mean. And I still gotta remember I'm still deeply connected to the young generation as well. So I don't know if the older folks are following along, but you younger folks, you know what I mean about the Netflix and chill and how that's the setup. Like, don't let the setup work. Maintain your boundaries, and they'll eventually get the hint. Especially if you keep saying no and play the game. Be hard to get, but not inaccessible. You know, those who get it get it. And I'm gonna just keep saying that. Those who get it get it. You know, play hard to get, but not be inaccessible. It's a game. It's a delicate give and take, a delicate dance, and a delicate balance that needs to be maintained. Yeah. Many now we have keys on the ring with the game of love. Many options, decision, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. Like I said with the game of love, this is perfect. This is perfect energy for it. The key on the chain and the game, and the keys on the ring in the game of love. With the many options, like I said, don't be afraid to date around. That doesn't mean like, go be promiscuous, but don't be afraid to have more than one person on the roster. And like I said, with the unconventional, the way that dating goes is changed. Like people are dating multiple people at once. And not everyone has money to be financially investing in multiple people at once, So take this how it resonates. Like, this is really just depending on your level of tolerance and what you consider your standards. Like I said, a lot of people have crazy high standards because they like to hold themselves in high regards and on a pedestal, but you can still have high regards and high standards for yourself and, date. You don't have to be like, turn your nose up at a Netflix date or a house date or someone cooking for you or something like that. You don't have to turn your nose up at things like that, but it's all up to you. These two just jumped out. Yeah, here we have self-indulgence and abundance. Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Like I said, it's okay to like have that standard about yourself and to really like hold yourself in high regard, but that doesn't mean that you can't date. Like it doesn't mean that. Or at least it shouldn't mean that. To a lot of people, yeah, it does kind of mean that. Like, no, if you're not willing to at least give me this on the first date or do this on the first date, then we're just not going to work. And that's a good way of making sure that you stay single and that people steer clear of you, especially in this day and age. I hate to say it because I'm more of a conventional style dater, but it's a dying breed out here. It's a dying breed. So you either got to adapt with the times or continue to be an anachronism in this age. And abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. Through that positive mindset, through going out there and at least like dating, sorting through the trash a little bit, you're going to eventually come across the person that really gets your gears moving, or like at least during the dating phase, give you what you want. Like, but it's all about your mindset. If you keep saying no, keep rejecting, then you're not opening the door for love to come in. You're not signifying to the universe that you're ready for it. So keep that in mind, because you are going to get what you want. You're going to find that person that really makes you happy, but you got to have a positive mindset about it. You got to go out there. Yes. So here we have love, embrace, and we have love. Love says unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, attraction, and affection. And then finally we have the clock, which needs time, takes time, in time, cycles, and time to heal and progress. Like things is going to happen. Like for those of you who are out there who are already battle hardened and tried and true daters, keep going. Like things are going to happen for you as long as you keep maintaining that positive mindset. Or you go out there and you do the work that you need. Do the self work. Like if you don't feel like you like your body too much, make sure that you surrender to the energy of love, or you can just go and change your diet, work out, do whatever it is that you got to do to play the game. Because that energy is out there and you can manifest exactly what you want, but you got to be willing to move with the energy. And right now, I'm telling you, like, holding on to certain standards and values is really just going to leave you single. That's the problem that I'm facing now. I was trying to hold myself to something that was just like really crazy, like to not really really get involved in a game that my community played. But if you want to like date and get involved with the people, you got to do as the people do. But hold yourself to a different standard, but really allow yourself to like play along. Like I said, it's a delicate dance. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then you gotta practice and figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say. You might just need a little practice. You might be a little rusty at the game. So get your practice in. And to get that practice in, allow yourself to be courted or start courting. And figure out how it goes. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. Again, this is the card of like many options. Like again, don't just limit yourself to like one person at a time, especially if you're a more conventional dater. You can be a conventional dater, but that's really fallen out of fashion and is not in line with the culture today. And love is very much driven by the society. The times has moved, the times has changed, and dating itself has changed. And it's either you're going to get with it or you're just going to stay behind. Even the older people are starting to change their dating habits a little bit. The Eight of Swords, yes, you can keep yourself restrained and locked out of love. And by limiting your options, not having the confidence in yourself to go forth and do what it is that you want, without having a positive mindset here. It all depends on you. But like I said, the energy of love is in the air. Like this is the perfect time. Like the time is ripe to get out there and to start putting some energy and attention into your love life to manifest the lover that you want. Yeah. Freaking Ten of Cups in the world and in the reading. Like I said, it's out there. That abundance card, getting what you manifest exactly what you want, is out there for you. You can have it, but you got to be willing to play the game, move along with the energy, and get back out into the water, get back out into the game. Because your fulfillment, your contentment is out there. It's ready. It's for you. The energy is prime. The energy is right. And through the spring and the summer, if you go out there and you date and you put honest intention into your love life and honest energy into your love life, you're not going to be disappointed. As long as you keep a positive mindset, allow your energy to shine, be confident, and do the work that you need to do to like really make yourself pretty. Like, make sure that you keep your hair done or like stay up to date with your clothes or, whatever it is that you ladies and guys do to make yourself look cute. Do what it is that you got to do. If you got to work out, then get a gym membership and try to discipline yourself to do that. If your body and your physicality is something that really hinders you and lowers your confidence, then do what you got to do to address those issues. It's not as big of a deal that you're trying to make it, or as we tend to make it. There's solutions. There's things that you can do if you calm down, think rationally, and just put in the proper discipline to go towards the things that you want. The problems it's not that big of a deal. It's just not. So that was this reading. This feels like a little bit of an oddball reading for me. As you guys can see, I'm really not comfortable telling you guys how to date and things of that nature. But this was something that I felt like I needed to bring forth. Something that I needed to tell you guys that love is in the air. Now is the perfect time to start putting your energy and your attention towards your love life. If it's something that you want, if you don't want it, then you could just let this energy pass you by, ignore this message, do whatever it is that you got to do. But for those of us, and I'm in that group, for those of us who are seeking this season, this year, it's the perfect time to get out there and start. So thank you guys for your time and energy. Be blessed and happy hunting. Bye.